Hey guys, welcome back to the Fryday Podcast. I'm your host, Big J.
I'm RJ.
And today we've got a special guest, Joe from Fit Together and a Brunch With A Punch. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, guys, thank you for having me.
This one's been overdue a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know you've been trying to get Joe on for time.
So, he was asking me outside, what is Brunch With A Punch? So do you want to first tell him what Brunch With A Punch is?
A Brunch With A Punch is, we tried to have a different look at a boxing event.
Yep.
So instead of just having an event that's all about boxing, boxing is just a part of our event.
Yeah.
So obviously we have our 3-course dinner, we have our party afterwards, which is huge, and boxing is just a part of the event. It gives people a chance who's never been in a ring before to experience something brand new, bring their family together, bring their friends together. But once the fight's done, listen, it's mad.
Is it a whole day event? So is the boxing in the middle? Or is it
it's a whole day event from 3 o'clock all the way through till 12.
And where is it going to be?
This one here is going to be at the Merhe Centre.
And do you just tell them the date?
So it's going to be Merhe Centre on July the 6th, 3 p.m. till 12 a.m. And it's looking to be,
And how can you get tickets for it? Like, where do you purchase the tickets from?
To purchase tickets, basically all we're going to do is go through the website.
Okay.
The link's in there, and then everything go from there. If you're struggling to find the website, you can always just direct messages on Instagram or anything like that.
We'll be tagging them on the Instagram.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
So obviously we were talking before. This is not your first event.
No, it's our third now.
So how did the first two go? First of all,
the first one, it's just progressed each time.
Yeah.
So I decided I wanted to do it because I went to watch a boxing show myself, December 2022.
Yeah.
And went to watch my friend fight, and it was a great show. And I just thought, wow, I'd love to do something like this.
But how can I elevate it?
But how can I do it a bit different so it's not the same as what everyone else is doing? And that's why we've decided to come with this attack. So that went to watch that show in December. I got to the drawing book. We did the first show in May.
Yep.
May the 20th, I think it was.
Was that 2023?
2023.
Yep.
And then we did the next show in December the 9th. And now we're ready to rock on with our third one.
The first two, were they at the same venue that the third one was in?
No, they were at the Cube.
Okay.
Cube in Leicester.
And in terms of charity, like, what is it you mainly focusing on?
So the first charities that we gave to were Man Up How and The Bridge. The Bridge is for homeless people around the Midlands. And Man Up How is a man from Leicester who started up his own charity, and they just help deal with men who are obviously going through something. Second charity we gave to a great guy from Leicester called Reese. And he's got the Brotherhood Legion. And so basically what we did with him, instead of actually giving money to him, we said to him, right, anything you want us to buy for you, we will then go and get for you. So obviously we funded lots of sleeping bags, tents for him to take the people camping in, stuff like that, things that can keep people feeling away.
Obviously, men's mental health is a huge thing right now. I mean, obviously, like, suicide stats are crazy for men.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you particularly went into it? Like, did you have a personal experience?
Yeah, I was going to say, why?
Like,
how do you choose them?
How do you choose, like, what?
You know what it is? Everyone deals with their own demons.
Yeah.
Everyone deals with their own demons. And I'm not going to go in and say that I'm finding things hard and struggling. I think everyone struggles in their own way.
100%.
But
just talking about it as well, obviously. We all struggle, like you said,
This is it.
But some of us find it harder than others to talk about it, or
100%. And the thing is, something that you might not find a big issue might feel like the world to somebody else. So you can never say, I've been through this experience, I've been through that experience. We've all been through traumatic things. But to someone else, they could be going through something nowhere near the trauma that you are facing, but to them it's unbearable. So you've never walked in someone else's shoes.
100%.
So that's,
you don't know no one else's coping mechanisms for stress.
100%. 100%.
It's difficult, man.
So what we're trying to do is just put money back into things where it can actually fund things for people to do. So I think these companies that we've been doing it with, for example, the Brotherhood, they take people out. If they say, if you're struggling, right, come and meet us for a coffee, which I think is brilliant. Come meet us for a coffee, let's talk. Let's do a big workout on the park. Let's go for a camping trip. Like, things like this get...
It's proactive stuff, innit, man?
Correct.
Just being outside helps, you know what I mean, man? Just being outside helps, man.
100%.
So back to Brunch With A Punch, part 3. A Brunch With A Punch, sorry.
Yep.
Catering from our favourite sponsor, Mama's Kitchen.
100%. Yeah, my boy Nitin, who's recently become a part of the team. He's going to be doing all of the catering for us, and it's going to be his famous Mama's Kitchen style. And yeah, we can't wait for that. Like, to have that part of us now complete is just going to take things onwards.
Food's going to be 10-10, man, yo.
100%. If you don't,
Imagine belly full, then you get to see the fighting.
Belly full, get some pints and watch the boxing.
100%.
I think for both ventures or both people as individuals is a good.
Do you know what it is?
100%.
The good thing is it works well. Like it works well. It's just like, you know what I mean, the partnership is gonna, you can't see it failing. Like at the end of the day, I mean, the growth you guys have had, right? So I mean, I talk us through that. Like, how did you go from the numbers you have?
So for example, the reason that we've wanted to have Knitting come on board with us is because Knitting can do things that I can do in probably a completely different environment. Like for example, you guys, we didn't know each other before here, but you guys know Knitting. So Knitting's got a whole other friendship circle, a whole other community to what I've got. So the people that I can reach out to, I know he can reach out to double as much. So together, I don't think 800 people should be an issue at all to be selling to. So.
Where did the idea initially come from yourself?
Literally from when I went to watch a boxing show, I said to myself, obviously as well as a businessman, you look at things and you do numbers and you think, right, yeah, I can do this. And I love music, I love events. So I thought to myself, how can I mix the two? How can I make this not just a boxing event, but also a legendary party afterwards? Because I don't know if you've seen the clips or not on our Instagram. Have a look at the party after the event. It is 400-500 people on the dance floor going mad,
and it's always good vibes.
It's always good vibes. It's always good vibes.
I checked it out.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, because boxing good. Sometimes it get tense, and there's people from different teams or different boxes and that.
You know what it is? You know when so many people come together, no matter what the event is for, sometimes something could always happen.
100%.
But to be fair, we've been quite lucky in the sense of nothing really has escalated, and everyone's just come out and been able to have a great time.
God. No,
I was going to say, being a family day as well, I think people just come on the vibe, innit? Like a family
100%.
kind of vibe. Let's have a good time kind
100%.
of thing.
If someone's, say for example, you're fighting, everyone's going to want to come. Your mum, your dad, your aunties, your uncles, your best friends. And it's something that you're going to share with them forever. You can be sitting around the table 5 years from now and you at Christmas dinner and talking and flipping out. Do you remember that? Win, lose or draw, you're a champ, and it's something that will live on in memories forever.
Do you allow betting on the fights?
Listen, whatever people want to do behind closed doors, but there's no betting, no
official betting.
No betting on the fights.
So I think I spoke to you a few days ago. We're still looking for a couple of fighters for this one.
Yes, we are. We're still looking for around 6. So we basically want to have 15 fights. And we're looking, so that means we need 30 fighters. So we're looking for around another 6 fighters to take part. And like I said, you could have had 5 fights, 10 fights. You could have had no fights. You can be a man, you can be a woman. It doesn't matter what age you are. We have a lady in her 50s who's fighting on the show.
Oh, sick,
man. So it's just whoever you are.
So basically, we're nominating Rahul. So if any other podcast in Leicester wants to fight Rahul, he's on it, bro.
You've already tried to.
He's definitely in. No, don't say no. You're in, bro.
No, you've already tried to put me up a boxing match against. No, this is why you tried to put me up a boxing match, a real life curriculum, didn't you? Imagine, me against Dion. He'd batter me, bro. The guy goes gym. You check his body.
All right, we're gonna put the question up to them.
I'll do a chili contest. Let's do that.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna put it in the podcast script. No, it might not be you, but I'm gonna try to get a couple of podcasts together in it, man. I think it would be sick.
That would be amazing if you guys could reach out to that podcast wars or whatever.
Mike Tyson was about 3 inches taller than me.
That would be something special. Trust me.
Actually, you know what? Talking on that, what's your view on that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul shit?
My view on it is.
Go on, I want to hear.
So. Don't get it twisted. I'm no knowledgeable boxing champ. Like just because I run boxing shows, I'm not going to lie and pretend I'm the most knowledgeable man on boxing. I'm not.
Fair.
But Mike Tyson is a man who has done unbelievable things in his time. And I think it's a lose-lose for Jake, because even if he wins the fight or loses the fight, if he wins the fight, he's then took a legacy away from a brilliant champ who's an old man now. Not an old man, but in his, do you know what I'm saying?
Not in his prime.
And if he loses, then you can also say you've lost to a guy who. I just think it's a silly.
Took a punch from him in the ring.
I think it's a lose-lose for him.
It is 100%. You're right. Hang on.
Back to a brunch with a punch. So if someone messages me, say I want to get involved, and then I'll put them through to you, where does it start? Because I heard you're doing this 12-week camp.
Yeah, so all you got to do is send them over to the Instagram. We are doing a 12-week boot camp. That's a huge part. That's a big selling point for people, because sometimes people might think to themselves, well, take it back to the last camp. There was a dad and a son, amazing people who both fought. Who wanted to do something because one of them wasn't feeling the most right as rain mentally, and so they looked for something they can do to make themselves feel better. So the dad joined in with the son, and they had an amazing experience, amazing camp, and then went on to go and fight in the night of all their family there. So the camp is 12 weeks long.
Yep. And when's that starting for this one?
The first camp is starting on April the 16th.
Okay, so not that long.
So literally, I think it's a week on Tuesday. A week. Well, it's nice. Is it next week? No. It's not next week, the week after.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, Tuesday, April the 16th. First 4 weeks are going to be myself.
Yep.
And that's going to be literally Coach Carter type of training. Put your hands on the line. Like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be demanding.
I'm going to have to do this fight after I do this training.
But that's what it is. So people who come and think, I've never fought before, I don't know what to do. The first 4 weeks with me, you don't need to worry about if you can fight. You just need to get your fitness at a level.
Yep.
The next 8 weeks are going to be with an experienced boxing coach who will teach you all the ropes that you need to know.
Yep.
For example, I'm fighting you. After the first 4 weeks, we'll be together. But then after the first 4 weeks, you'll go into the red corner team, which will train on Monday and Wednesday.
Yep.
I'll go into the blue corner team, which will train on Tuesday and Thursday. So we won't see each other again now until the fight night.
Crazy.
So yeah, you'll experience something great together. The first 4 weeks, you'll experience something you won't forget. Challenging, you'll be picking each other up off the floor, helping each other wipe the flipping sick away. But then the next 8 weeks, you will not see each other now, if that's the person you're fighting against.
So I've got 2 questions. So the first one, that question, so it's good for your mental health and your physical health. So
100%.
it's definitely something.
The two coincide, go straight into each other anyway.
And then second of all, I think you might have mentioned it. Is it free? Do you have to pay?
It's completely free.
So you need 6 more people. It's completely free, people. All you need to do is message them. And I think it's a good thing. I'm thinking of doing it, but just finding the time.
Yeah, do it, man.
And I don't think I'm not in the shape for a boxer.
Yeah, I ain't in shape for boxing.
That's it.
No, I think you are, man.
No, I ain't.
It's something you might have never thought about before. You might have thought, I've never want to fight, but it's something that you can just, I don't know, it doesn't even have to be on your bucket list. You could be watching this now and thinking, you know what, I'm struggling a little bit. I am finding each day very much the same. Each day is very grey.
Even meeting new people, innit, man?
This is it. This could add some real splash of colour into your life. You could meet some new people. And the last camp was amazing. So basically, we made a group chat from the last. That's what I'll do. I always make a group chat and put every fighter in the group chat, And the last one, we had a bit of a phrase from the last one. Storm, he fought on our last show, and he gave us the catchphrase "Bosh." So everyone was just saying "Bosh" the whole time. So we named the group chat the Big Bosh, and that group chat we were getting. Sometimes you're going through 350, 400, 500 messages a day from people who before had never met, and they got each other. There's quite a few people who were struggling in that last camp, and that group chat got a lot of people through some very tough times. And we've still got the chat now, and it will pop up like once or twice a week, and people be like, you know what, I miss you guys, how you doing, should we link up, go for a drink? So people don't understand even just how powerful a WhatsApp group chat can be, because what we're doing is we're creating a support system. It's not only a fight, it's a support system where you can then, it's a lot easier to talk to someone who you don't know.
We always say that 100%.
So when you're in this group chat and you're talking to people who you don't know, and you can open up and you can do that, and you can also have a laugh, and you can remember, listen, doesn't matter if I'm 20, 30, 40, 50, I've got plenty of life left to live, and meeting new people, going to the Chinese karaoke bar there was for a flipping sing-along, like, it was brilliant.
I was just going to say, you know how you said that there was people who hadn't spoken before, but do you think there was people who would never speak to each other if it wasn't for this?
Oh, 100%. Like, the mixture of people, you couldn't write about it. The people who would never meet in any way or form of life.
Ethnic groups and everything.
100%. And then to see them coming together like that, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Phenomenal.
Sick,
like,
man.
For me, it's the most rewarding part, seeing people who you can see. For example, there was a few people you could see, they're very shy people, they were introverts. Very keep themselves to themselves. And within 2-3 weeks, you can see them having a full-on laugh. You can see them popping up in a group chat and bantering someone who they wouldn't dream of talking to.
You know what I mean? Fair,
and
these people, they have these thoughts, but they can't really speak.
They can't get it out. And then, so what we do is we give you the confidence to do them things. And so, for me, the biggest part of this, probably different to any other boxing show, is the way we run just this group chat. Like, I'm making the new one this weekend for all the new fighters, and I can guarantee that's going to be just as lively as the old one. This will be Big Bosh number 2.
Sick.
100%.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about Fit Together?
Fit Together is just what I've always done.
When did you start that? When you were young?
I started that when I was like 21.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 30 now, so...
A few years in the game.
And then before that, I did another fitness thing called Supreme Fitness with an old friend and partner, and then I got into Fit Together. So I've always been in the fitness industry. It's what I've always done.
Yeah, man. And
what inspired you to get into the fitness industry?
Yeah.
Like the first thing that you did, obviously 21's a young age. Like you look at 21
I started when I was like 18, 19. I've always played football growing up. And then basically when I didn't get a pro contract at the club I was at, and you realise, wow, I'm not going to be a footballer. And it's not going to happen for me. Fitness was something that was already instilled in me from my dad. My dad was waking me up at 10, 11 before school to go for a jog around the block, and he'll be riding his bike shouting at me, and I'd be 10 years old. And so fitness has been instilled in me always. So that's something I want to then go and instill into other people.
Yeah, that's sick. That's good, man. Fitness is a huge part of life right now, man. I think after COVID, I think people start waking up.
The best memories of my life are with my dad probably screaming at me, like jogging around Humberston Park, and I've not got around the park quick enough, and my dad's there shouting at me, and all the year 9s and 10s are in the skate park laughing at me. But that's probably the best memories of my life, like doing that stuff with my dad. So
that's what you needed, innit?
100%.
You need a whoop in the arse now and then, man.
100%.
Back to the event. So boxers, is it weight?
Yeah.
How was it?
So basically, for example, we'll do the first 4 weeks of camp.
Yeah.
So you'd be in my weight category. We'd be a super heavyweight.
Yep.
If you're over 100 kg, you're a super heavyweight. It doesn't matter if you're 120, 130. If you're over that 100 mark, so me and you could fight each other.
Yeah.
But for example, say for example you weigh 80 something kg, you might be a light heavyweight or a whatever. You'd have to meet at a point. You might say you're fighting Nitin. Nitin's currently sitting 7 kgs heavier than you. He would need to drop to a certain weight to be able to fight you.
See, I'm 64 kg.
Is that what I'm saying? So you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, so you'd be fighting someone. Say you might have to sit around 65, and someone would have to drop down to that. But it would always have a weight that one person, because normally one person is heavier than the other, has got to meet that person. If you want to fight, this person has got to meet this weight. And even that in itself is very rewarding. Really? Like there was a lady that fought in the last show who was 75 kg at the start of the show. She had to hit 65 kg. She hit it 2 days before fight day. Ooh. So that's 10 kg she's lost in herself. Wow, like 10 kgs and her body transformed massively.
So with weight cutting, I think that's what you sort of call it, right?
Yeah.
How do you do it so quickly, and how do fighters do it?
I think with boxing training, it is a type of training that's completely different to anything. Straight fitness, straight weight training, it's completely different. You're doing more exercises, way more intense. You're doing exercises you've never done. So
your whole body,
even if you feel that you've hit a brick wall, doing that boxing, like me myself, I joined in the first camp and I lost like 12 kg. I went from 102 to around 90 kg in the first camp. So it's just different to anything that you've ever done. And it's so difficult, so demanding, but so rewarding.
Yeah, because your whole body's moving.
It is so rewarding, yeah.
Do you know from the first 2 events, after the event, do you still have the boxers, do any of them still come to your gym, or do you still see them?
A few of them still fight. So it's not, definitely, because what we've got now is our own belts. So we've got...
it's a proper thing, man. It's 100%,
not just, So the last show, we got our own belts now. So we have our own super heavyweight belt, we have our cruiserweight belt, we have our lightweight, we have our middleweight, and the same with the ladies as well. Something that's different about our show is on our last show we had 5 lady fights. Yeah. So to have 10 ladies who actually want to fight, and you know what? To be fair, I think 8 of them, maybe even the full, at least 8 of those fighters were mums. So imagine you're a mum, you've got kids at home, in your 30s or your 40s, and you think to myself, no, my life is nowhere near done. I've got so much left in the tank. I'm going to do something that's completely out of the ordinary. Yeah, you've not got to be put into boxes. You've not 100%. Got to think I'm a mum who goes to work, I've got to come home, bath my children, put them to bed. Of course, that's the number one priority, but you still are you as well. Yeah. You can still go and do things. So
you need you time as well.
This is it. Don't ever think that you need to be put into a box. You can do so many different things, and that's what we're here to show people as well.
You did say earlier that there was that woman, she was in her 50s?
There's a lady about to fight for us. She's in her 50s. We've not actually met yet. Okay. I can't wait to meet her. I think it's amazing what she's doing. quite close to home is a lovely girl who comes to our gym whose mother sadly passed away from cancer, and this lady was her mother's best friend. Okay. So what she's doing is we are raising money for mental health awareness. Yep. But what each fighter also does is start their own just giving page. Each fighter, so say you've got 30 fighters raising their own money for different charities as well. So it's not just us giving the money, it's also every single fighter is raising money. So Brunch with A Punch as a whole creates so much different ways of charity giving. Charitable, this lady is going to be fighting for Loros.
Oh, sick, man.
That is heavy, man. I like that. I like that each fighter's got their own cause to do something.
100%.
Who was the most
their own drive?
You nearly filled up the third one. Was there someone you think, oh no, they're not going to make it, or why are they doing this, or do you always just take them? Or was anybody like that? Why, they were thinking, why am I doing this after a bit, or anything like that?
So one of my main jobs in the brunch is obviously, like I said, the group chat. I'm a part of the group, and I'd also get a lot of private messages like, Joe, I don't know if I can do this. I'm now feeling a bit scared, and of course it's my job to nurture and comfort and let people know, like, you can do this. It doesn't matter if you are a 40-year-old bloke who's 6'4". I'm going to put my arm around you the same way I would if you're a girl in her 20s who's very nervous and very much of an introvert. I'm going to be there for you and be there to help you and say, look, you can do this.
You know, this is like a proper professional job. Where did you learn all this as a person?
I don't know. You just pick. It's
just
things.
Life.
So you just pick things up as you go along. Like everyone in life, like we said before, has been through their own journeys, their own demons. And me, I've faced a lot of my own demons head on, and I've realised sometimes to not have anyone who you can really say has been there for you as much. If you can be that person who's there for other people, I think it's a very rewarding thing.
Yeah. Do you have any sponsors so far?
Sponsors so far, so we have ZZ Solicitors. There are new solicitors set up in Leicester. They are fantastic. Go check them out. On the last show, we had a company called Cool Rummings, which is a rum-based drink from the West Midlands area. Yep. I'm just thinking, we had Bluewood. Bluewood are massive. They really helped us out on the last one. They are a care home. Yep. So shout out to Nick for that. And I can't think off the top of my head and I feel so bad if there is, but I can't think off the top of my head of any other sponsors that we've had so far. But we are always looking for new sponsors as well, and that can be something just as small as having your banner around the ring, to having all of your business cards. Oh, shout out Jassa, Jassa Dillon Tyres. Obviously, he's one of our sponsors as well. But if you want your cards, anything all around the place, you want to be around the ring, whatever, we can do that for you and put you on all of our social medias, like just how you guys would say shout out and put you on all of our socials and really try and show people what a great company you are. So we are always looking for new sponsors.
You know, with the event as well, what sort of demographic do you guys go for? Because is there a sort of demographic you guys try to achieve? Or?
You know what? I don't mean to sound so stupid now, but could you explain the word demographic?
Yeah, sure. Like what sort of age group? What
target audience. What's your target audience?
Okay, so that's the amazing thing about us. Yeah. So we had a fight on the last one.
I was trying to gauge it with the age and the fight.
Yeah, so we have a youth championship belt. Yeah. So the youth championship belt, he's 15 years old. His name's Kian. He's a great lad. Sick. We have a junior championship, which is, I can't remember if I got those two the wrong way, if it's youth or junior, but we have one that's for if you're below 16, a belt, so you can fight between 14 and 16. We have one from 17 to 18, you can fight for that. That's either the youth or junior championship. That's a guy called Levi, who is a very promising boxer who wants to go on to be a pro. He wants to just pick up a few more fights before he goes amateurs. And then it goes all the way to our last one. We had a belt over 45s, and that was a head teacher of 2 schools who won that. So we have so many different people fight for us you wouldn't believe. So
that's the beauty of it.
Sorry, you know the training, obviously that you provide the first 4 weeks. Is it timing wise after work? Or?
Yeah, 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay. So 7 p.m. So you can beat rush hour. You can get home if you need to, or if you finish work late, 6:30, you can still go and make it on time.
And then that goes on towards
to 8 p.m. 7 to 8 p.m. 2 times a week, and that's going to be for the first 4 weeks with me. The next 8 weeks you'll be with another coach, an actual boxing coach.
Yeah. The first 4 weeks, is that at your gym?
Yeah, it's all at our gym. So basically,
so do you have a ring in that?
Yeah. So what we've done is we're picking up a new ring. Actually, driving to Liverpool on Friday to go and pick up a new ring. So downstairs, I used to have all my own boot camps downstairs. I've done a lot of things in the gym, up, down, changing equipment around, but now I've found out where it truly needs to be. Our downstairs is designated now to a full-on boxing gym. Okay. So we have a big area downstairs, like a basement, but it's huge, to be fair. We have 6 to 8 bags, a big area which is obviously got all your ski machines, air bikes for your skipping, your pad work, and then we have another area where we've got a 12 by 12 ring as well.
Why do you think boxing and mental health really coexist, like really help? Why do you think
it's boxing and fitness? I think firstly because how often in life do you do something that really scares you? I saw something on Instagram the other day. It said 95% of men over the age of 30 will never ever sprint again. So after the age of 30, you're never really going to really do something unless it's financial or a new job that actually scares you, that actually pushes you to do something different. And I think that's a big problem in our society that is causing a lot of the mental health, is because we aren't ever doing anything different. Every day is the same. You wake up, go to work, school run, and of course them things are amazing as well, but you need to have something else for you to show yourself right. There is more. That's why I think boxing will go hand in hand with mental health, with fitness, everything.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Just a quick one, where is your gym?
Wixton.
Okay, cool. My next question I had from before is, have you had any boxers that have done all 3?
We've got a boxer coming up now. Young Kian, little Kian we call him. We had another one called Big Kian. So we have little Kian, who's about to go on to his 3rd fight. He's our champ right now for the youth.
Sick.
We've had...
So basically, he started his career from you?
Yeah, definitely. And he's hoping to go well. We've had about 5-6 fighters who have stayed with us now for the whole time. Lewis Mackey's won 2 out of 2.
And do you think if they never got into it or never started with you guys, do you think they would have got into it?
Well, to be honest, it's not a podcast like this is, but we have a little interview room in our gym where we spoke to a few of the fighters in the last ones. You can go back and look at their interviews. But there's a young lad, like I said his name a few times, Kian, who was a boy who was, I don't know how to say it without sounding it in a way, but he knows I'd never mean anything by it, but very shy, very keep himself to himself. And now this boy he walks around shoulders out, and I've spoken to his mum, and his mum said it's done him the absolute world of good. He's a whole new boy. So if you can instill that in someone from 14 years old, he's 16 now. He was 14 when he had his first fight. There's no change what you can.
In 2 years, you see the growth.
100%. Yeah. That's why I wanted to get into the gym industry as well, because you see so much change in people, and that's the most rewarding part of it.
See, not just change. I think you see the growth in people as well.
100%.
Where they started and where they are right now.
It's a crucial age as well, 14 to 16.
100%.
Like mold you, right?
100%.
Mold you, and it's a lot, man.
You mentioned that you've got a little room in the gym. How impactful is social media, do you think, towards the event or towards your business?
So you know what it is, and I'll be real, I don't really like... Sometimes I feel quite sad. This is something that actually makes me feel quite sad, because I feel if I'm not on social media, then my businesses can't be relevant.
Yeah.
But some days I would love not to be on social media. Like, I know I'm here today on this podcast, but
I see your stuff. You're confident on camera. Like other people, they're not. It's like you're made for this. I can't lie.
You're a very good talker. That's why I thought you had background. Like,
I'm only here on this podcast. I think it's amazing what you lot do, but I'm here obviously to talk about the business, talk about great things. But some days I'm sure you lot feel the same. Like, I heard you saying before the podcast started, you know, when you're on Instagram and you're scrolling through in the morning before we get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like, we do those things, and that's the way our mind is now programmed to do. And it would be great to not have to always be on our social medias, but to be it's just the world we live in now.
Do you know what the mess of thing? Sometimes you see a video
now.
that fucks with your head, man. Like, you just don't.
100%.
And you can't unsee it no more.
Yeah, and it's just like, why the fuck did I go on?
So I don't.
Why did I click that?
I don't follow anyone on Instagram apart from my own businesses. So I think I follow like 3 people, which are 3 of my other businesses, because I don't want to see what anyone else is doing. Because sometimes you end up getting in your own head and thinking, why am I not doing as well as them? Why am I not doing this? And it can be upsetting. And
but it's all fake, innit, man?
It's all fake. You can never believe what someone's putting out there.
No,
Go on.
my video wasn't that. My video's some fucked up shit.
What did you see? Tell us about it.
It's fucked, man. I had to delete Twitter. I was just like, nah, I can't watch this. I'm just there having a scroll, and I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, how people do this shit? I had to delete it. I don't want to say it, man.
Yeah.
Back to a brunch with a punch. I just wanted to ask, you know, like the decor, all the getting the stuff together, setting up. Is it obviously you said you got 4 partners? Is there more people behind the scenes? Or?
No, so basically it's myself, Jeeves, Charlie, and now Nitin. We all have different roles. There's some people that, like, my role is mainly, like I just said, I don't want to have to be all the time, but my role is social media. It always sometimes works out like that. And speaking to the boxers, getting the boxers on board. And everyone has different roles.
Is it logistically difficult to get something like this together?
Quite so. We've got a partner called Charlie who's very good with finances.
Yep.
So he set up something called a club and society. So we are actually a club and society who funds charities. So we've got someone on the team. I think it's important in a team to always have people that can do different things to what you can do.
You have the right people in the right
to
position.
have the right thing. Like for example, Jeeves has been with me for the past 10 years through everything. Like, I'm very much a bull in a china shop. Like, even with this idea to do a boxing show, I literally went to sleep that night. It was on my birthday, the 8th of December. I went to watch this show. And then I said that night, said to Mrs., I'm setting up a boxing show. And then I'm on my notes that night. What can I do? How do I do it? And
what else was on them notes?
Just like you said, logistics, just working things out. How can it be possible? How could I go about it? Would I have the pull?
No, but was it always just a brunch? It was supposed to be.
So
or was there other things that you planned
name came
before?
to me like the same night. The name actually came to me the same night.
And to be honest, it is what it says on the tin, basically. So it's a good name, man.
That's it. Yeah, I wanted it because most boxing events start later on in the evening. I wanted ours to be brunch time. I want you to have your dinner. I want you to, you know what I mean, and then. It's just what it says on the tin.
I just want to clarify one thing because my missus is like, I thought it was brunch and you get a rum punch. I was like, nah, bro.
You do get a rum punch. So when you walk in, you actually do get a free rum punch as well. That's happened at the last two. Don't hold me to that if it's on this one as well. You know what? I just need to take my jacket off because I am sweating.
Feedback. What feedback did you get from the first two? And did you get any negative? Because more time, everyone just wants to be positive. But
so the first event, people said that they've never been to an event like that before, and that's what gave us the confidence for, you know what, we can really go and do this.
Yeah.
So second event doubled in numbers. So like I said, first event probably had about 250, 300. Second event was over 500. On the second event, I know I'm not perfect by any means necessary.
Learning
curves. The food didn't go as planned, and that's nothing to do with our vendor. It was just a few issues that couldn't be resolved as quick as it could.
Yeah.
And that's so there were a few complaints to do with that, to do with the food didn't come out on time. But again, it's all learning curves. So now with this show, also we have Nitin, who is a pro.
You got Mama's kitchen. So you got Mama in the kitchen now.
We can guarantee people there'll be no hiccups regarding any sort of food. Food will be served promptly, and it will be So I could have lied then and said no. Everyone said it's the best thing I've been to, but then there'll be some person watching that saying. But the good thing is, you saw an issue and you corrected it. You saw the issue and you corrected it. 100%. That's all you can do, and that's all you can do, and then and offer your apologies to people, and then go from there. And that's what you can. All you can do. You can do your best.
Any other challenges you faced so far, and how did you overcome them?
As in what? What would you say?
Maybe like. Maybe the first one, selling tickets, maybe it being a challenge, and then you've gone more into social media and so, told more people to share it.
So these events, don't get it wrong, are very expensive to put on.
Yeah.
These events cost around £40,000 to put on. So again, it's a big risk. Because if it doesn't go correctly, you're in the hole.
Yep.
So the first event, what we found out was that we were given, because we are quite expensive. Our show, to have a VIP ticket, sitting down, 3-course meal with alcohol on the table, is £100. So people say, oh, but I went to so-and-so, my ticket was only £70. Well, that's okay, you can carry on going to that show. Like you understand, this is something completely different.
Your USP, your unique selling point.
We've got our unique selling point. We're looking to have some absolutely huge DJs, so we are far more than just a boxing show. It's a whole day experience.
Like I said before,
So the first show we found it quite difficult, is in the sense of collecting all the money off people.
People say they're coming.
I'm coming. So what we did on the second show, because it's spread over 3 months, we allow people to pay. Say for example, you've got a VIP ticket which is £100. You can break that down into 3 payments.
Okay.
So you could pay. You could pay me £33 at the end of April, £33 at the end of May, £33 at the end of June. No one's feeling that. It's not the end of the world.
Not
to be disrespectful in any sort of way. I don't know anyone's finances, but you're not feeling £33 a month over 3 months as much as you're going to feel a one or straight up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we've learned, And to be fair, that went really well in the second show. So we will be introducing that again in this one.
Yep.
So if you do want to come to the show and you think it does look like it could be a bit pricey, there you've got that. But you've also got to ask yourself, when you go out, how much do you spend on? You go for a round at a bar, and I guarantee if I'm buying you to a drink, I'm spending 25 quid.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and that's one round. So you got to look at things like that when you
then you got people like me who's never been to a boxing event in my life, but I really want to go to this one.
I'm down.
It's appealing, isn't it? It's appealing, something different.
100%, it is appealing. It is something different.
And like you said, it's like after the boxing, there's you got DJ, you got anyone lined up that you can tell us about? Or
well, I'm not going to put any names out there yet, but we're hoping for some household names to be there for our DJ this time. So it's going to be big, but we're waiting to drop that one.
Has it always been the same setup? So from the first you've done when I walk in, what am I going to see?
So the itinerary is 3 o'clock, the doors will open.
Yep.
I'll come outside, I'll greet all the guests. You normally have about 300-400 people already to come in.
Yep.
So we have 2 girls called the Roller Twins. So literally 2 twins, like it says on the tin, on roller skates, who will take you to your seat. They will skate you to your tables. When you're there, you've got the one and only Leicester legend, DJ Glamour, who's already playing.
Big up Glamour, man.
Always shout out Glamour every day. Glamour's already running the song, so everyone's at their seat. They're going to mingle with other people. So you arrive at 3 o'clock. Your dinner will then be coming to your table by 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So by the one and only, like I've said, Mama's Kitchen.
And you've got a seating plan all set up?
The seating plan will all be set up. You'll have your VIP area roped off, and then you'll have your... this is something else that's different about us. Sorry to interrupt the itinerary. Is, yes, we are a boxing show, but we are something completely different. We are not... So you can have normal VIP tickets, you can have standard tickets. We don't do that. So even if you are a standard ticket, you still have a table to sit down with your family. You are a VIP for that day. For that day, you are a VIP. You just might not have, for example, the food on your table. But you've still got your table there. You've not got to go and stand up and then walk around. This is a 9-hour day. You've got your table there secured. Sorry to interrupt that. Yeah, dinner will come at 4 o'clock. After your dinner, while dinner's going on, we have some great singers. Shout out Shirai, she's been singing this for the last few times. And then by 5 o'clock, you'll also have speeches by any sponsors. We tried a comedian on the last show, and to be fair, that was our fault. It wasn't the right scene for a comedian.
But you live and learn, innit?
We live and learn. He's a great comedian, but it was too lively. So that's something that we won't be doing this time. By 5 o'clock, the first fight will start. So the first fight will start by 5. Fights only take 3 hours, 15 fights. The fights are done by 8. We then get the team who deliver our ring, shout out Unibox. They come in, they strip the box away, the ring away. The ring's gone within 20 minutes. And then, so we've got a huge dance floor. And then literally, everyone reports to the dance floor. We're having a big party from 9 till 12 o'clock at night.
And is there like a dress code?
Nah, not bougie, not smart
like
casual.
Like a Rebels one?
So on the last one, it was a Christmas extravaganza. You had to wear a suit, you had to wear a shirt, you had to wear trousers. This one's more summertime, so it will be more loafers. If the lads want to wear shorts and a white shirt or a nice t-shirt or polo, but there's going to be no jeans like this. There's going to be no...
How many months have you turned away?
You know what? People haven't really took the mick, to be honest.
Oh, really?
No one's really took the mick because we've really pressed the point of that. But if you come in with trade, like no Jordans, no ripped jeans, like you will be asked to go home and get changed because we're trying to set the tone.
It has to be a standard, isn't it?
No hats or hoods. Like we don't want to be. We want to be the show that's like we are an extravaganza. We are a Gatsby party. That's what we're trying to be.
You expect something from the ticket holder, like make a little make
100%,
in it. Yeah,
and it'll never be any disrespect. It'll just be like, could you just go and change us over?
Yeah, 100%.
And that'll be it.
No one turn up to an event like that hooded up and hatted.
This is it, 100%.
You wouldn't want to.
You know what? Obviously, going through the itinerary, I was just imagining it, and I can just tell it being a sick vibe, man.
No, it is crazy. I honestly, head over to the Instagram, it's pinned, watch our last show. Honestly, it's just... I can't even put it into words. You know, from when you arrive at 3 o'clock and the Prosecco is flowing, people are at the bar already buying bottles from 3 o'clock. You've got Grey Goose, Hennessy flying around. It's crazy.
That's it.
And it is a legendary day. It's something you want to be at.
I've got a couple of questions for you now.
Go on.
So, Joe, do you enjoy it? The night, the whole day, not the night, the whole day. Do you enjoy it personally?
You know something? This is we say this thing for mental health. This thing helps me massively. So I've always said thank you to our fighters because they keep me going in times. And when I say keep me going, they just keep me focused. Like, it's something to me. Having this to work on, having the stress to sell 800 tickets, to me, it keeps me going. Like,
it's motivation, isn't it, man? It's challenge.
Pressure, challenging pressure. So for me, I enjoy it. I can't wait until a Brunch with a Punch time starts again. So now it's starting in 2 weeks. It's Brunch with a Punch training camp month. I'm feeling my energy's up already.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
Ooh.
Oh. You
threw that one in.
My biggest fear is not being able to give my children the life I want them to have. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
You got children?
I've got two, yeah.
Man.
I've got a girl and a boy.
This is why you're doing it, basically.
Of course.
And the drive.
Like my little girl, she's 7, and she tells her friends at school about Brunch with a Punch and stuff like that. And
sick,
that must give you a sense of pride.
Yeah, it's amazing. It does. So I do like the fact that she'll go out and we'll go shopping, and she'll say, "I wonder if he knows you did Brunch with a Punch," like stuff like that. So yeah, it is rewarding. And of course, like anyone, I want to be able to give my businesses to my children one day as well. So yeah.
My second question was, where's the future of Brunch and Punch going? Where do you see it in 5 years? Yeah. Because, like you said, your numbers are just going up and up and up after you show.
Double the amount of people come to the events.
Me and Nitin were speaking about this earlier. We basically, I know every single city has boxing shows, and some will be way more, and not the word professional, because our show isn't trying. We're not trying to be a show that is for the best boxers. We're not trying to be a show for someone who's big name. It's not that at all.
Yeah.
So this is why we could go to any city and not really step on anyone's toes, because it's something we're not trying to be the biggest, best, and having the best fighters or promotion. Yeah. We're looking to offer someone something different. We're looking at, if we go to a city, we're looking to say, do you want to do something? Are you?
You're helping their, whichever 100%. City you go, you're helping the residents of that city.
You could be finding someone something they love.
So
you know what I mean?
The next goal will be Nottingham. We have a good connection over in Nottingham. Shout out to Bomber. He's on Notts Connect. So the next show, I'm hoping, will be over in Nottingham. And then from there, you never know what can happen. You've got Derby close by. And yeah, that's the goal.
Are you always going to keep the Leicester one on there?
100%. So twice a year, every year. Always a December show. Selfishly, my birthday is the start of December, so I like to run one there. And
really, it's your birthday party. Yeah.
It's my 30th last one, so it was special. Sick. Something I'll never forget. The girl actually sang "Happy Birthday" to me in the ring in front of all the. It was amazing. So a summer show and a winter show every year, and then we'll just try and get other cities to coincide in that. So, for example, we might get a Nottingham show that runs around Halloween and runs around April, March. Something like that. So all the shows will run at different times, and you never know, we might end up taking people from our Leicester to fight someone in Nottingham.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Do you want to fight for the B? I know it's a bit of a funny name, the BWAP belt. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
That's actually quite a sick idea. You know?
No, but make it bigger, innit? That's how you get 2 cities. That's double up.
That's where we see things going.
That is a sick idea.
Yeah, that's where we see things going over the next year or 2.
Tournament thing, innit? You know what I mean? That'd be sick.
100%.
Well, I think we've got through everything. All the best for the future. Like I said, we're going to definitely put the links for the event on
100%.
And we'll keep posting it.
I ain't fighting though, I'll tell you that right now. I'll go to it, I ain't fighting.
Is there anyone you want to big up? Anything you want to say?
No, I just want to say thank you for you guys having me here. Thank you for Leicester Podcast as well for hosting such a beautiful venue. And yeah, I hope to see people that are watching this at the show. And if you do have any queries or want to ask me anything, feel free to contact me.
Yeah. What was I going to say? We're going to be there anyway.
Yeah, I'm down. 100%. I'm coming, man.
It's going to be great.
Big up all our sponsors, starting from Mama's Kitchen each and every time. Big up Pero too. This week we've got the Nike Air Force One ACWY. Yeah. Bad boys. You know what? I've got fresh Air Force Ones, but not them ones.
They do look nice.
Big up RS Glass and Glazing Limited. Big up Flexi Vehicle Hire. Skirt. He's actually promised me a car, but I don't need it anymore, so big up for him.
Big up Zap Me Up. And also big up my made barbers as well. Always with the best.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Every Wednesday this guy gets
Every Wednesday I go.
Silver fox like me, bro.
Oh, mate, fully. Look at my beard. I've just given up now. Do you know what I mean? It's just too much.
Big up Inbrief Designs.
Inbrief Designs.
Each and every time.
You're not going to breathe in now. Is that
having too much breathing in, man.
Oh yeah, allow it.
And big up Leicester Podcast you do each and every time, man.
Always, man.
It's a wrap.
Always, it's a wrap. It's done.
Nice, brothers. Respect,
Sick,
man.
man.
Yeah, man.